I'm at the grocery store and I'm about to steal. I'm not gonna steal a sandwich. I'm not gonna steal some chocolate. And I'm not gonna steal a girl's phone number. I look around to see if anyone else is looking, if the security is looking, and I go into my pocket and I reach and grab my camera. I start recording, and just like we rehearsed it, the actress steps into the place. Bear in mind, we're still inside the public grocery store. We're still in Tesco's. So I start recording with this big fancy camera, trying to get the good angles, but also make sure that no one else can see. And the actress steps into her role perfectly, and I also have a team around me. I have other uni students helping me out when they would rather be working in their jobs. So I'm really grateful, and I'm just very nervous but very still, just trying to get the shots that I need for this short film that I made a couple months ago, and now here we are actually making it in the grocery store. What I appreciate about myself is that I normally would procrastinate something like this, a film, like an actual film of mine that I'm making, that I wrote, and I'm getting other people involved in it. I'm getting actors, actresses, and uni students to help me out. And it's easy for me to get overwhelmed, and it's easy for me to not actually go through with it, not actually go through with the thing that I told myself I was going to do. So now here we are, from an idea that started on a piece of paper, and now here we are. We've got people helping me. I've got the camera in Tesco's and we're shooting the video. It's good that we're making a film. I'm a filmmaking student, and that's the course that I study at university. But this film that I'm making, it's not for my deadline, it's for myself. And I see it with other students because I see a lot of other creative students. The only time that they make things, that they ever do anything creative, the only time they create is inside of a lesson, inside of a university project, or if it's because it's for a deadline, because a teacher tells them to do it, rather than doing projects that they want to do in their own time. And everyone else who was working on this film with me, we're all students. So from the main actress to the camera person to the other people who's just helping like carry the stuff around, they're all students. They all have jobs and other university projects that they could be working on, and yet here they are shooting in the grocery store with me. So yeah, I'm very thankful for their help, but they couldn't be here. Like, if it wasn't for me actually making the idea, like, they wouldn't be here, like, making art, like shooting a film. So that's why it's much more important for me to actually do the things that I tell myself to do. It's important that I actually do the things that I say I'm going to do when it comes to the things that I'm passionate about, because the students that I've mentioned, the students who only make stuff outside, the students who only make stuff when it comes to a university lesson, then I noticed that, like with those students and myself before, I would do an essay for university. It would be like 1,000 words, 3,000 words. And I didn't care about what I was writing because I had to give it in for a university deadline, I was doing those 3,000 words. But when it comes to the stuff that I want to do, the things that I'm genuinely interested in, my ideas and my art, and the things that I want to make, because yeah, uni gives you stuff to make, but it's limited. So that's why you gotta do learning as well outside of your lesson. Your learning can't just all be inside of university. Your learning has to be all the time, and then university is just a bonus. You can't rely on university. If you do, you're gonna end up like those students, those creative. If you rely on university, you're gonna end up like those creative students who, last time they made anything creative, last time they made anything they're proud of was years ago, because now they've graduated and now they've settled into a real safe job. And by being at these real safe jobs, they're tired. They don't have any time to be creative because of the long hours. And they hate and they complain about the long hours because the job itself is not fulfilling. So the last time they were actually making films was at uni many years ago. So we don't want to be like them. So that's why it's important to have our learning all the time, rather than just learning for a project at uni. Learning all the time rather than learning just for a university deadline or because a teacher tells you to do so. Thank you for being here.